Welcome to our daily Forex market analysis, and this is for trading on December the 17th, 2020. Just a quick disclaimer here before we get started. This is for educational purposes only. Trading is a risky business, so please be careful with your money. As usual, we'll start off by taking a look at our calendar first. So overall, what's going on in the market? First of all, US dollar taking a hit. Couple of things going on here. So one, Fed basically said that they're going to continue providing support to the market as much as is needed. And then secondly, the stimulus package from the government is also, they're getting closer to actually agreeing on it. So that's also a positive thing for the stock markets. And not so good for the US dollar. So those are the couple of key themes in terms of our Brexit here. Still negotiations still going on. And overall, in terms of the coronavirus, we are seeing the situation is worsening, even though we are getting positive news in terms of the vaccines, but the number of deaths and the cases have been going up in Europe as well as in US and around the world. So that's what we have in terms of overall view. So let's take a look at our news that's coming up here on Thursday. We have Swiss National Bank monetary policy statement here, plus the press conference. We also have Bank of England. So another busy day here. Bank of England here, the question will be, is the bank going to do anything prior to the decision here, which doesn't look like it, but the main focus here will be what are they doing? What are they anticipating in terms of Brexit? Is it going to be hard Brexit, which it does seem like, well, we are close to the deadline here. So that may be the case. And then what is their plan? So that's what we'll be looking out for. If they talk about providing support to the markets or to the economy, that would be a positive thing. And we are likely to see basically price improve because of that. Other than that, we have Canadian dollar did not do so well today. We have non-farm payroll numbers for Canada, and then Philly Fed manufacturing index, as well as unemployment claims here for the US. Also, another monetary policy statement here from Japan, which would go into more of the London session here for Friday morning. So overall, we have quite a few pieces of data here that we'll have to pay attention to. All right, so let's go on to the charts here. We'll start off with euro dollar. As we talked about yesterday, price is moving higher here. Now we finally have that break to the upside. It has actually closed on the other side of this resistance, this range that it had been trading in. And this is what we had been talking about for a few days. It's been holding here. So this gives us the flag pattern. So we're likely to see a further move to the upside here. Next target, excuse me, next target is 1.2250. And then above that, we are back into levels that we haven't seen in quite some time. And this move can extend all the way higher here. So 1.2250 and 1.2350 will be the next two targets here for euro dollar. Pound dollar here, this is well looking bullish right now. It is into resistance, so watch out for that. But it is looking bullish once we see a close on the other side. So again, now we are into these levels that even with Brexit here, US dollar is still weaker than the pound, as we can see pound going higher. Next target is 1.3575 and 1.3620. So bullish bias here for pound dollar. Aussie dollar here, this one as well trying to make its way to the next level here. Bias is bullish. And in terms of our targets, the first target here is 0.7625, then 0.7670. So bullish bias for Aussie dollar as well. New Zealand dollar, this is also breaking out of the range. It's finally on the other side here. So looking for a further move to the upside, 0.7150 and then 0.7220. So bullish bias for New Zealand dollar as well. And then dollar CAD here. Dollar CAD has been back and forth here. And Canadian dollar basically taking a hit today. This is the only one that went down against the US dollar. US dollar was down against most of the majors, but it was only the Canadian dollar that did not perform too well. And part of the reason here is Bank of Canada saying that that Canadian dollar has appreciated too much. So anyway, it's still looking neutral to bearish here. Price is holding, and as we can see here, price is not able to go through this level. So as long as it holds below, we're looking for a further move to the downside here. So bias is a bearish, neutral to bearish here. So the first target is 1.2685 and then 1.2620. So neutral to bearish bias for dollar CAD. Silver here. Silver finally made it through the resistance here. So bias is bullish here. I will look for a move back towards the top of this overall range that it's been trading in. Target is 26. So bullish bias for silver. Gold here also making its way higher, looking for a move towards the top of this range it's been trading in. 1875 is the target. So neutral to bullish bias here. And if it does manage to go through, next target here is 1887. Oil here, oil making its way higher here with all the positive news that we are hearing in regards to the vaccines, the stimulus package in the US, all in all, pointing towards better demand, and this is why oil has been doing well. So 48.75 is the first target, 49.50 is the second target, so looking for a continuation higher here. Copper here, copper still range bound. At this point, it's holding the support, which is a positive sign, which means we could see a move higher towards 3.57 here. So neutral to bullish bias here for copper. Bitcoin finally made it through the major support resistance level here that it was stuck at. And as we had discussed previously, once it breaks, generally the break can be quite large, and that's what we have seen here. So still looking bullish here in terms of our target, really. 22,500 is what I would be looking at. So bullish bias here for Bitcoin. S&P 500 right into the resistance there, and the question is, will it be able to actually go through or not? And if it fails to go through here, we are back into the range and looking neutral then. So at this point, neutral to bullish bias here. Once it makes through that, then we're looking at 37.50 as the next target. But the major test here would be, can it break through the resistance? So neutral to bullish bias here for S&P 500. Nasdaq here, this one's looking bullish as well. Next target is 12,800. So bullish bias for Nasdaq. Dow Jones, this one is still stuck in a range, so neutral bias here. Price hasn't been able to go through the resistance. Here we are, and if it fails again, we're back into this range once again. So neutral bias for Dow Jones. DAX here looking quite bullish. We are finally out of that. It went right into our target here. So next target is back towards the high here, 13,780. So bullish bias for DAX. FTSE also looking bullish. It's holding this support, which means we're likely to see a move higher. So bullish bias here. And in terms of our target, we're looking at 66.50. So bullish bias here for FTSE as well. And Nikkei here. Nikkei is going sideways, hasn't really done a whole lot today or in the last couple of weeks here, still struggling within this range. And I'd be looking for a move back down towards the middle of the range here. So neutral bias for Nikkei as well, looking for more of a range-bound move. So that's it for today. You guys have a wonderful trading day, and I'll be back again tomorrow. Bye for now.